Local Edition. Brad Pomerance here, joined by Cubas. She is the president and CEO of the Latina Public Service Academy. I know your organization well, but let's introduce it to our viewers. Academy's 4 years old, going into its 4th year. Tell us a bit about it.
Well, it trains high school Latinas how to run for office. And the key message here, Brad, is female empowerment. How do we train our young ladies how to be engaged in the political process? And it's certainly, we're in interesting times looking at the national landscape, political landscape. We just came out of presidential elections where we had for the first time a strong female candidate, Hillary Clinton. And there's a lot of women now that are taking more interest in politics.
Are they, though?
They are. We've seen it. If you look at the Women's March, we saw in the city of LA, in downtown LA and across the country, thousands of women march for the very first time. And I really think it's an outcome, of course, of having for the first time the first female president and then having her lose to a candidate, a president now that has come across in many respects as anti-woman or not very respectful towards women.
I will say that he professes to be pro-woman. I don't think he professes as much to be pro-Latino. I think he, at some level, wears as a badge of honor, at some level, his critical stance of at least Mexicans. And so I want to get a sense from you, how is that playing? I mean, other than the obvious, how is it playing with young Latinas, the 11th and 12th graders that are part of your academy? Dig deep.
It's been a galvanizing factor, meaning that it's actually helped our young people understand their place in the world in a positive way.
Really? Meaning
that they are not going to take insults. They are not going to be told that they are not Americans, because if we're here in this country, we are Americans. We love this country. We come from all over Latin America, not just Mexico. And we want the American dream. We work hard, we play by the rules, and our young women know that very well. And so there is actually, just like back in California when Prop 187 was adopted, a backlash against those national leaders like our president that don't think very highly of Mexicans and Latinos. So to some extent, we are seeing a level of consciousness that was not there 2 years ago. Again, with Trump and then having Hillary Clinton as a major viable candidate that really raised not just the racial issues, but the gender issues. So obviously our academy is for Latinas, and we want to engage them and have them be empowered.
So let's talk about Latinas. We are in Los Angeles, or the greater Los Angeles area. There's no doubt there are some strong Latina leaders. I'm thinking of Nury Martinez on the LA City Council, Cristina Garcia, California State Assembly. I mean, up and down, I see Latinas really thriving. Lena Gonzalez, she's here, we're in Long Beach today, she's in LA, a Long Beach City Council member. I mean, there are a lot of Latinas that are excelling in politics. Do you perceive that?
I think we're doing very well, but we're not where we should be. So for example, nationally, Latinas occupy only 1% of political offices across the country.
What about in California? Do you
know? And
in
the state legislature, women in general
right.
are only 23% of the elected officials. Of that, I would say 10% is Latina. So we still have a long way to go. And so some of us in this community feel that we need parity. That means 50%. Why? Women make up 50% of the population.
At the same time, at the top of the California legislature, we have 2 Latinos. Anthony Rendon, head of the Assembly, Speaker of the Assembly, Kevin DeLeon, Senate Pro Tem. Are they role models for Latinas?
Yes, they are. They are in the sense of They come from an immigrant background. They come from humble beginnings, and they worked hard. They played by the rules. They got themselves educated and rose to the top. So that is an inspiring story, and it certainly contradicts the stereotype that President Trump has of Latinos and Mexicans, right? I don't even want to talk about the comments that he's made, but we have in California terrific role models, and certainly the Speaker of the Assembly and the Senate President are amazing leaders, amazing role models for all communities, actually, if you think about it, not just Latinos, but for the California dream. This is what we love about California. This is what we aspire to be.
Tell us more about the Academy. Applications are open.
Yes.
The deadline's March 24th. Tell us all about it.
So we want to recruit from low-income communities in the LA area, in the greater Southern California area. Our academy is a 3-day academy. So the first day we do what's called Government 101, Fundraising 101. We also talk about what does it mean to be a female leader. And on the second day, we take the young women on a field trip. We go to Los Angeles City Hall where they watch the city council in action. We also take them the very same day to the Los Angeles County Board of Supervisors and also the LAUSD Board of Education.
Now, the Los Angeles County Board of Supervisors has 4 women on it.
4 out of 5.
Which is remarkable.
Record-breaking.
One Latina, Hilda Solis, who's quite accomplished. I mean, state assemblyman, U.S. Congresswoman, Secretary of Labor in the first Obama administration. So that's impressive.
Very impressive. So that's why we take the young women to see those leaders in action.
Do we have the dates of the Academy?
Yes, so it's in April 8th and 17th and 22nd.
Oh, so it's different days, not 3 days in a row.
Not 3 days in a row, right. So it's 2 Saturdays and 1 Tuesday where we go see the council meetings.
Tell us about the application. How do we apply? What's the website? What do we have to do?
So our website is latinasacademy.org, and the young women can find the application there. It's a simple application. They just fill out their name, their address, also a very brief personal statement as to why they want to be accepted into the academy. It's free, by the way.
Oh, really?
There's no charge to the young women. And they also have to list their activities. What are they involved with? Interestingly enough, we get many young women that are the presidents of their student body government at their high school.
How many are accepted?
25 is the number because we want to keep it small.
Sure.
So generally, whoever applies gets in.
Well, it's going to get more competitive as years march on. You never know. And you're on our show, so.
That's right. You're going to help us get more applicants.
And what does it mean to you that you can be a part of these Latinas' development?
Oh, for me, it's part of my own professional development in the sense of I want to give back to my community. I believe in female empowerment. I think women make great leaders. And what is so clear to me is that these young women are already leaders. They may be 16 or 17, but they're leaders in their family. And their community.
And I am so glad you joined us. Her name is Ana Cubas. She is the president and CEO of the Latina Public Service Academy. Website is latinasacademy.org. I'm Brad Pomerance, local edition.